How did medieval universities develop academic degrees? Imagine a time when learning was mainly done in monasteries or through private tutors. Then came a shift that changed education forever. Medieval universities in Europe created a system to recognize different levels of knowledge and teaching rights. This all started in the 12th and 13th centuries when towns and cities began establishing formal centers of learning. These universities aimed to organize education, making it clearer who was qualified to teach and what students needed to learn. The first step for students was becoming a scholar. They attended lectures, listened to teachers, and participated in debates called disputations. These disputations were like academic competitions where students argued different sides of a question. Once they gained enough knowledge, they could become a bachelor. A bachelor was someone who had learned enough to teach others but still needed a license to teach on their own. The bachelor could then seek a license called a licentia docendi, which allowed them to teach independently at the university. The highest level was the master, also called doctor or professor. A master was a fully qualified teacher who could lecture and supervise students. To become a master, students had to complete advanced studies and produce a thesis or a set of lectures. The titles doctor and professor originally just meant teacher or learned man, but over time, they gained specific meanings. In the 14th century, the title doctor became associated with faculties like law, medicine, and theology, which was the most respected faculty. Theology was especially important because it was closely linked to the church, which heavily influenced education. The whole system was built around teaching and disputation rather than exams like today. Students usually started university in their early teens, following a set curriculum based on authoritative texts. They didn't choose courses freely but studied prescribed subjects. The bachelor degree marked the transition from student to teacher, while the master or doctor degree meant full teaching authority and scholarly mastery. This hierarchy helped regulate who could teach and kept standards high. It also allowed students to specialize in areas like law, medicine, or theology, often requiring many years of study and teaching. Over time, this structure became a model for modern academic degrees. It turned education into a clear ladder of achievement, with each step showing a higher level of knowledge and teaching rights. So, medieval universities created academic degrees to organize learning, recognize achievement, and control who could teach in their halls.